Hi, Noam. I see the changes you made, but you didn't really understand what I was trying to say. The changes you made should show something about how being outside in this moment is different because you have been quarantined. And so instead of, a color I haven't seen for so long, you need to say something more about that. The only blues I've seen are, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to say what, but, you haven't seen for so long. Why? Why haven't you seen it for so long? And here, you can smell nature everywhere you go, something I wouldn't see every day. Well, you could say you wouldn't see it every day because you live in New York City, and that's why you don't see trails like this every day. So, not something I wouldn't see every day, it's something you don't see right now because blah, 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 blah. The water would make big waves as the masses of water came down through the dam. I felt the grass between my toes. What can you say about that? How could this fit with a feeling of how this is such a contrast to how your life is now? So while you added some ideas in, I felt how different it was than washing my hands at home. Of course, washing your hands in a stream is different than washing your hands in a sink. Why is this experience different? Okay. After tons of fun out of the house, we had to go back home. Now I was stuck in quarantine again. What about that? Like, say something about it. Make it bigger, make it deeper, make it matter. Make it matter. And make every little thing that you see through here matter. That it looks different now because of how your life is different, right? So it doesn't feel that yet. And what I'm going to say to you is, while I appreciate you want to get this back, you want to, do the revision, writing takes thought and time. So take the thought and take the time. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Go back and reread your writing. And as you're rereading it, say to yourself, this thing that I wrote here, would it help somebody if I put this in a time capsule and somebody read it 50 years from now? Would they understand what my life was like right now? Would they understand why being here in this place was different than just being here in this place on a summer afternoon with my dad and my friend? Right? Why is it different now? What does what's going on in the world that is affecting you directly? How does that show up in this essay? Right now, it's very, very beautiful photographs that show a very nice time of you with your dad and your friend, but it is not at all really bringing forward the idea of why this escape really was an escape. Okay, and as I said in my last recording, one thing you have to do is you have to get into your feelings of it. A deep blue lake, a color I haven't seen in so long. What does it feel like to be in this place? What does it feel like to experience this little journey you're taking us on? Because the experience of your day-to-day life now is inside your apartment, right? So now I was stuck in quarantine again. That does not help us understand how you feel. After tons of fun out of the house, that doesn't help us how even, and don't write this, but I'm just going to give you a sense of what I'm trying to say. After the freedom of living in living for those hours in nature and letting the outside air soak in all around me, I had to go back home, stuck in my apartment, stuck just looking out at the world instead of living in it. Now don't write that, but that's where you want to go with it. How did this experience affect this? How is this experience different because you're stuck inside? Okay, so give it another go and really take the time and think about it. Noam, don't rush. Think about it in all of the moments that you have to think, and there are so many now, right? Think about it. Maybe you can even talk to your parents about it and get some ideas. But please look at it again, okay? And look at it in the way I'm asking you to look at it, and really you have to feel the emotion of it. You have to live inside of it. Right now, like I said, it's a very cute little photo essay of a trip with your friend and your dad, but it does not bring through the larger idea of the contrast, maybe, of what being quarantined and living outside in the world like this is like. Each frame has to give us some impression of that, okay?